Salutations. Sadly, life got in the way of me updating this video blog when I wanted, and being that my job demands a lot of me, involves an exceedingly stringent contract, time, and commands a certain level of expectation, it of course takes priority. Alas, number 2 in my About Me section. In the last video, I briefly covered my particular brand of affliction, Asperger's, though that implies I suffer from something. On the contrary, I enjoy it. I also touched on my childhood from school to the beginnings of higher education. During this educational period, due to my personality, quote unquote, my parents had had all but enough, so I sought to be emancipated as a minor, being legally allowed to act independently of my parents and stand on my own 2 feet. I obtained work and remained in education. From this very busy lifestyle, I had calmed down a lot, simply being too tired to act on my darker impulses, and was reduced to the basic observation of others, something that has become a favourite hobby of many lately, often referred to as people watching. I became pretty accurate in my observations, being able to predict people's behaviour, actions, and even getting a vague idea of their lives, seeing the responses of certain individuals get from others, the behavioural reaction to certain traits, phrases, words, and demeanours. It was during this time that I had felt truly alone. Not only did I not fully understand many of these actions and reactions, emotional, physical, or a mixture of both, I had no want for either. Where many could seek company, friends, and groups, I simply wanted knowledge. Over time, from just continuous observation, I did note that many would not be so coy around me as they once had, due to lack of attention. Where some would seek my reaction, I was finally left alone. This was a period of elation for me. After college, I sought to further my education. University was next on the cards, and this is a choice I wholeheartedly regretted. Although the education part was fine, I thoroughly enjoyed every lecture, though being placed into an apartment complex with raging morons whose only objective was to be completely intoxicated and start sexual relations with absolutely anything was my particular version of hell. Still, after 1 year of saving from pitiful earnings, I was able to rent a house with a few more tolerable people who I had met in a more comfortable environment for me, the local heavy metal bar. Heavy metal music is an odd passion of mine. The complexity of the song structures, the time it takes to learn the instrument to that level, the organisation required, and the general coming together of seemingly unimportant parts to make a symphony was very interesting to me. The fact that it drowns out the noise in my own head helps as well. Obtaining my degree from university, I was unsure of my path, especially now as a young adult being thrust into the world. I had acquired 2 adult things here, a degree and debt. I must secure a 3rd adult prospect to utilise the degree and pay off the debt, a career. Now, my mother, for all of her failings, was an extraordinary teacher. Her mother was a teacher, and the line of teachers goes back as far as anyone in my family can be burdened to actively check. My sister, being the fetus spouting government leeching wretch that she was clearly not going to continue our poor excuse of a family legacy, so I placed that mantle upon my own shoulders. Being that my qualifications were biological based, zoology with animal behaviour, specialisation in herpetology and toxicology, or, to put it quaintly, I study venomous reptiles, I began the necessary training to become a teacher. Flaw: I have a mild contempt for most people, let alone children, and I seriously despise other people's children. My time as a teacher dealing with children and their parents taught me a great many things. Through all of my observations, I became almost indistinguishable from a normal human. I could fake emotion, and with enough time with the individual, I could alter my personality slightly to make myself more approachable for certain types. I can portray the version of a person that you are most comfortable dealing with. The spout as an educator lasted a mere year. Turns out the children were not so bad. The guardians of said children, well, Darwin would be very upset. After this, I pondered and pondered, where can I be with minimal effort and just be accepted for doing a job? The army.